Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot ladder. We'll be playing under the Championship Battle rules, which are the equivalent rule set of the VGC 2018 season. So, it is Friday. Thank goodness. I cannot wait for the weekend. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a great week and looking forward to the weekend as well. If you've got anything planned over the weekend, I'm not too sure on events happening this weekend. Oh, wait. Of course, it's the Sao Paulo International this weekend. So, guys, make sure you catch the stream. Good friend of ours, Jay Blake, is on the casting desk along with the other US team. It's going to be an absolutely amazing event. I can't wait to see some of the teams coming out from that event. And I know I said I'd play this team next week, but we might throw in maybe one of those teams from that event if we can next week and just discuss it a little bit, because I think it's going to have some really quirky teams. The LATAM metagame is just insane, so it should be really good. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me know what you're looking forward to, who you think is going to win the event, all that sort of jazz, and we can talk about it next week, especially come by the stream next Tuesday. It'll be full of chit chat about that event, I'm sure. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend, I'm sure, watching some of that. It is obscure times, but you can kind of understand because it's on the other side of the world to myself, but it should be good nonetheless. But onto that. This is my build, my interpretation of the Taiwan Open this past weekend's teams that just absolutely dominated that tournament. Really cool team. Mega Aerodactyl featuring. I think everyone's enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. Mega Aerodactyl is just one of those really cool Pokemon that we haven't seen much use of this year, but I do feel like its usage will increase after that event in particular. And you know, it's one of those Pokemon that just does a good job when you bring it. It's got great speed stats, it's got good attack, it's got good ability, it's got good support options and things like that. So there's nothing to say you shouldn't try it out. I would definitely recommend trying it out. So we'll end up today with this, and then we'll go into next week with the actual second place players team, who actually give me the actual paste of that team next week on Monday. So we've got our first opponent anyway, is going to be Tapu Bulu, Mimikyu, Camerupt, Musharana, Stakataka and Lucario. So a heavy Trick Room base team here. We've got 3 potential Trick Room users in Mimikyu, Musharana and the Stakataka. We've got support to help those Trick Room Pokemon set up in the Lucario with Final Gambit, Follow Me, all sorts of shenanigans. And then you've got the terrains there with Tapu Bulu and Camerupt there just to be the absolute beast under the Trick Room to do absolutely devastating damage. Also Stakataka is something that we need to be a little bit mindful of as well. So what are we going to do against these Pokemon? I think we will bring Aerodactyl. I think we will bring Landorus as well. There's no fake out from my opponent here, so we don't need to worry about that too much. I think we probably want Tapu Fini, because as we saw on Wednesday's episode, we got punished for not having our Fini in a way to kind of tackle the Camerupt. And do we go Ferrothorn as well? The other option is going Incineroar there with the double Intimidate core, which can be nice, and then the fake out kind of alleviates a bit of pressure as well. But the Ferrothorn can prove pretty handy against a lot of the Pokemon on my opponent's team. If we can remove the Camerupt, then Ferrothorn has like a really good job. So we'll see how we get on here. So we'll lead off Aero and Landorus, and Musharana and Lucario are coming out for my opponent. Okay. One of the things is whether this Lucario is scarfed or whether it's because I mean we could Sky Drop the Musharana and Earthquake and just lock ourselves into the Earthquake with Landorus, which isn't a bad idea. So Lucario might go for a Follow Me, but the Sky Drop obviously ignores that. Final Gambit's also something that we need to kind of be aware of, I guess, as well. No, it's just to follow me on the Lucario. That's fine. So we'll get the Earthquake off. Is this Lucario sashed? Probably is. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to get the Sky Drop on the Musharana. Take it away. Stop a Trick Room in at least one turn. I don't think the Lucario wants to switch out here. I think it probably goes. The problem is it could attack into Landorus here, which wouldn't be ideal. Into Aerodactyl, could have Flash Cannon. So I kind of want to just Earthquake it, just to get rid of it, really. But the Musharana is going to be able to set the Trick Room up, and there's not much we can do about it. As we saw on Wednesday's episode, we don't really have too much in the team that can actually stop the Trick Room outright, like Taunt or anything like that, or Whirlwind. Ooh, what is this? Is it going to be Z Trick Room, I think. The Musharana's got the craziest eye, like, ever. It looks so possessed. Yeah, and there's a Z Trick Room. It's going to have Hypnosis as well. Which makes things a little more tricky. So what my opponent brings in, it's going to be the Camel. Okay. Now Hypnosis hasn't got the best accuracy, so I mean one thing we could do is potentially go for a Sky Drop into the Musharana again, hope the Hypnosis misses on that slot, and get tapped with Finny in, because I totally expect an Eruption at this point from the Camel to come out. Let's see, but you've got to think the Bulu's probably in the back as well for my opponent. There's a Camel Mega Evolving. There's a Helping Hand. Okay, where's this going? At least it's no Hypnosis and Eruption. Like, both targets should take this pretty comfortably. I mean, comfortably. Critical hit onto our Finny, which is not ideal. Okay. So we take the Musharana out of the game this turn. The problem is an Earth Power probably takes Finny down from this range. That crit is not ideal. How many turns of Trick Room have we got? 3. What have we got? I'm so not confident that Finny takes an Earth Power. There's like a big part of me that just wants to go for the Scald, but I can't risk it. I can't risk taking an Earth Power and losing Finny at this point. I need Finny to deal with that Camel, and we saw how important the Finny was in that match on Wednesday. So there's the Earth Power, like we thought. This Sky Drop should take the Musharana down from the previous damage. Which it does. Okay, so we remove the Trick Room Pokemon. Opponent's down to his last 2 Pokemon. We've got 2 turns of Trick Room left. I'm sure we can stall this out, and it is Tapu Bulu. Okay, let's think. I'm going to protect Aerodactyl, and I'm going to bring in Landorus to get an Intimidate off into the Bulu, and we'll probably lose Landorus here. But Landorus isn't going to be half as effective with this grassy terrain up. So there's the Eruption. Does Landorus take this? I wonder. Just about. And double in. Okay. Well, I mean, there's 1 plus point. We can get the Finny in. One thing we could do is switch out our Aerodactyl, sack Ferrothorn, and just protect Finny. And then the Trick Room ends. We sack Ferrothorn, get Aerodactyl, and we can Skydrop the Bulu and Scald the Camerupt. Poor little Ferrothorn. And this is maybe where Incineroar would have been better. Yeah. That Bulu going for another Horn Leech. Dimension send back to normal. So we can get Aero in. I think we have to Skydrop the Bulu here and go for the Scald and hope the Scald's enough. It should be. Camera protecting, of course. We do get the Skydrop into the Bulu. We've got a Scald really. I mean, the other option is going for the double in on Bulu, but then if the Camerupt doesn't go for the double protect and attacks into the Finny, then we're a bit screwed up. So Skydrop does a good damage. That's in, oh, okay, I was gonna say that's in Moonblast or Skydrop range again, obviously, but not. Maybe Skydrop range, but it depends what the Bulu goes for here. And do we take down the Camerupt? We do, okay. We need the arrow really more than anything. Yeah, but my opponent playing it smart. Oh wow, okay. Aerodactyl actually takes it. So I think we actually take this game now. Aerodactyl. That Intimidate coming in super clutch there. So we'll go for the Skydrop. And we'll go for a... Well, we just go for a Calm Mind here. Because the Bulu protects. Yeah, there's a Skydrop. We get the free Calm Mind up. And we can seal this game up for sure. Because we know we outspeed the Bulu. Okay. Did not expect Aero to kind of take that. So that is surprising. I don't think the Bulu has got that much attack investment. But I mean, without the grassy terrain as well, Intimidated. Aerodactyl did good. And we should be able to just get the Skydrop, Moonblast off here and kind of finish this up. So there's a Skydrop. Bulu just hangs on, and there's the Moonblast from Finny. And we are able to close this one out. So that is a little better than that game on Wednesday, isn't it? 100%. That survival was clutch though. Like, super clutch. I still think Incineroar would have been a better option there than the Ferrothorn. So that's something to kind of consider next time we go on to a similar matchup. It would have alleviated, like I said at the very start, it would have alleviated a little bit of pressure with that fake out. Just made those Trick Room turns a bit easier to kind of get through. And it's also a nice switch into those Eruptions as well that kind of proved a little bit problematic. I mean, thing is, like, switching in Landorus at that point, we were kind of sacrificing stuff, kind of buying ourselves a little bit of time until the Trick Room ran out, but you could kind of do without having to do that in some matches, and that's kind of where the game plan goes wrong a little bit, when you kind of maybe sacrifice something that you didn't necessarily really have to do or didn't want to do. So Incineroar in that situation I think would have been a bit better. Anyway, let's see if we can kind of keep things going, because we've got our next opponent of the day playing a Camel team that we have seen many times before. It's a little of a variation of what we've seen, but this is quite a common call that we're seeing crop up quite a bit in Japan at the moment. So there is going to be the Camel, Incineroar, Tapu Bulu, Cresselia, Gengar and Snorlax. So we've got that Trick Room mode in there, that Cresselia Snorlax call there. We're probably looking at a Belly Drum. Snorlax, it could be Curse as well, and it could be something totally different. It could be Choice Band or something to throw us off. But then you've got those other 4 Pokemon, which is the solid Mega Gengar, Incineroar, Tapu Bulu and Camel call. I feel like we go... do we go Incineroar, Landorus again? I mean, it worked pretty nicely last time with Finny and Aerodactyl in the back. The only thing is, this time around I kind of want to bring Ferrothorn, but we need the Finny, and I feel like Aero's just too good not to bring against the likes of Gengar. And the double Intimidate isn't so bad. It's not ideal against something like Snorlax. But like I said on Wednesday as well, you know, that thought process that I go through when I see something again, it's like the Gothitelle something, Cresselia and something like Snorlax is the ally switch. But what we'll do, like I said, the advice that I kind of give out to myself and to everyone else, the best way to approach things is to play it down the line like the ally switch doesn't exist until you actually see it. And that's what we should do going into this game. Right, my opponent going to lead off with Gengar, Incineroar. And we'll lead off with Landorus, Incineroar. Incineroar is faster than the opposing Incineroar. So we get Intimidate off first, which is good. And everything's done intimidating each other, so we can get on with this turn. So what do we want to do? I mean, we need to pivot out with our Landorus really. And I think what I want to do is just go U-turn into the opposing Incineroar and maybe double U-turn, to be honest. But we're probably better off going Fake Out into the Incineroar this turn. The only issue I've got here is if the Incineroar switches out into Camel, and there we go. It's gonna, isn't it? No, it's gonna be Tapu Bulu. Okay. It's not half as bad as I expected. Gengar gonna Mega Evolve. Yeah. Does the Gengar protect here? Yeah. Okay, this is fine because we get like this next turn we can get our Aerodactyl in. We can U-turn out with our Incineroar and get Aero in free. I wonder if Mega Aerodactyl. Yeah, Mega Aerodactyl should outspeed Scarf Bulu. I'm pretty sure. So we could Skydrop that slot. That might even be enough to take the Bulu down, especially unintimidated as well. The other option is we could Skydrop the Gengar. So we are going to Mega. I think we'll go for the Bulu here, and we'll go for. We just go for an attack into the Gengar. I mean, we could U-turn out. But we're probably better off just knocking off into the Gengar. See what my opponent does. He might switch the Bulu out into Incineroar again. No switches. Okay, so we get the Skydrop off, which is excellent. There's a Shadow Ball to the Aerodactyl, but we avoid, get a free knockoff into this Gengar, which is perfect. Now we kind of put a little bit of pressure on the Gengar here, because we get the Skydrop into the Bulu, okay? Now, if the Skydrop does take the Bulu down, does the Gengar want to attack into the Aerodactyl? It's not going to get the KO with the Shadow Ball, but then it leaves itself wide open to getting taken down from Incineroar. So I feel like the Gengar probably protects here. I'm going to double into the Bulu slot with a Flare Blitz just to make sure if we do miss the KO, we do take it down. Now, Aerodactyl isn't intimidated, so we should take the Bulu down. Yeah, Gengar doesn't protect either, so we're going to be able to remove Gengar from the field as well. Sludge Bomb, yep. And there's the Flare Blitz. Yeah, so Gengar goes down as well. And we've just got the Incineroar and probably Como. Because could be the Snorlax as well. No, it's the Como. Okay. Right. And we've got Tapu Fini in the back, so that's fine. So I'm going to switch Fini in to our Aerodactyl slot, and I'm going to pull a double switch and bring Landorus in, just get an Intimidate off onto both targets. And then the next turn I've got the potential, we should outspeed the Como after Z move with our Landorus. So we can still pivot out and get our Incineroar in and just start cycling these Intimidates. And probably more so for the Incineroar, but I think Fini's going to be able to lock this up itself from here on out. So we will pull that double switch. No fake out. And I'm going to have to do the cut the video again. I've just remembered now. Like we played Como on Monday, I think, and I didn't cut out the Como thing. The video didn't go down. I'm worried now. Now I'm gonna have to make sure that I do it with this one. So I'll just have some Como still footage while this Z move goes on. So Landorus takes it. What we're going to see this Incineroar go for? Knock off into Fini. Okay. I mean, we lose our berry. It's not ideal, but at the same time, I don't think it's going to make too much difference right now. I'm going to just Moonblast into the Como and switch Incineroar in. And get that Como down to -1 in case it has got that Poison Jab. Something we need to be a little bit aware of. Just mindful of. We'll keep Landorus around for later if we possibly need it. But we should be able to close this one out alright, I think. Ooh, Focus Blast. Into Fini. Crazy, crazy man. Maybe expecting a switch, but I don't know. It might be their best option to get some damage onto it. And a Flare Blitz from the opposing Incineroar into our Incineroar. And we can just kind of close this up with Fini, really. Go for a Scald. And I'll go for a knockoff into the Incineroar. But my opponent might just forfeit here. So yeah, and there's the forfeit coming out. So very good game to my opponent. I think we managed that one pretty well. And it's a nice way to kind of finish the week as well. We're a little bit short of the half an hour, but we're just creeping up to that half an hour. Well, 25-minute mark, I should say. So we will call it a day there. We'll not drag it on. I don't feel like we've got enough time for another battle, and I don't want to make this like a 40-minute episode, because knowing my luck, we'll get into a game and it'll be like dragged out, the longest game in history, and we'll end up with a super long episode. And for a Friday, we don't want that, because as fun as the Pokemon is, the International, Sao Paulo International is going on, so I'm sure you guys want to go and catch up on that as well, even though you do enjoy being here with myself, which I appreciate more than anything, watching this video. So, have a great weekend, guys. We'll be back on Monday. Like I say, I'm going to get the actual team from the player who finished second place in the Taiwan Open. Again, just a massive shout out to him for providing that team report. I did put it in the description for Wednesday's episode, so do go back and check that out. And the link to the stream and everything is in there as well as Monday's episode, which I posted a link to, and you can check out all the matches from that event that they covered. So it was really cool, and there was some other good teams in there as well. But other than that, guys, we'll wrap things up. Have an amazing weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Then we'll be doing stream. I might have a new team for the stream next Tuesday, so do come by if you are around for that. And then obviously viewer battles on the Thursday, as we always do, so it'll be a lot of fun. Other than that though, guys, have an amazing weekend. Take care of yourselves as always, and I will see you next week for some more Battle Spot fun and School of Hard Knocks action. So until then, guys, take care of yourselves, and bye bye.